Hey, good morning. It is Todd Liles here, coming live to you from the porch. And today I promised that we would talk about the topic that you picked on a poll. And I also talked about some Yeti swag. So we are going to talk about both of those things here in just a few moments. I think I'm a little early. That's okay. It's better to be early than late any time of the week, isn't it? So in a few moments, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break open the laptop, and I'm going to be engaging with you. Jason, good morning. This is very much going to be an engaging session where we're having a conversation with each other. Thank you for showing up, Jason. So hang on just a second. Let me get this guy right here mounted. And Jason, since you're already here, you can help me make sure that that I can be seen and I can be heard. All right, there we go. I think that's pretty good. How's that, guys? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me representing the line this morning? Cody, my main man, Cody, superstar of all the podcast. Cody, thank you for doing the podcast this week. It was tremendous. Are you on your way? Or let me say it. Hopefully you're not. I know you're not watching and driving. So let's just scratch that. Are you getting ready to go to a sales presentation this morning? Is that what you're heading to? Monty's here. What's happening, Monty? I bet a lot of you guys are tuning in this morning because you're interested in what type of swag are we going to have. And boy, we got some. Check that out. I got several pieces of swag over there. All right. Cool. So hang on a second. Let me get my laptop because today I want to be engaging with you. I want to be answering your questions. And while the old phone is a very good device for streaming, it's not always the best. Look at that. The sun's coming out, making the phone do some weird things. It's not necessarily always the best for getting y'all's instant input. Signing up some ductwork. Like right now while you're talking to me? Are you doing that while we're talking, Cody? You know what? You're an amazing multitasker, aren't you? So good job. Good job on that. All right, hang on just a second here, gents. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm pulling up the Facebook page because I looked a little earlier today and I believe that the final votes were coming in that you guys want to talk about handling objections. I just want to make sure that that's 100% verified because the topic was either make you, oh, wow. In the last minute, making it through the summer overcoming objections with a vote of 24 to 15. All right, so we're going to actually talk about how you make it through the summer. Because I understand that a lot of you guys out there, the summer is most definitely a feast. It's an opportunity, but it also probably deeply wears you out. You might not get to see very much of your family. You might be completely and totally worn out halfway through because of the long hours, the intense heat. And what I want to do is I want to help you make it through the summer. Now, by the way, we may also go ahead and cover some objections as well. So I hope that you're here primarily for the good stuff. And to me, the good stuff is the knowledge that we're going to share. But chances are pretty good you're also here because you want some swag, all right? So, by the way, as you're coming on, say hello, say what's up. I want to be able to just give you a shout out. Diego, I can see you there. Give it a like. If you give it a like, that'll let me know that you're here. And let's talk a little bit before we jump into the session, because you're probably curious, like, you know, about the Yeti swag that's going to be given away, how it's going to be done. So I got a few guidelines for that. All right. So just to kind of give you an FYI, let's see. I've got several pieces of swag over here. Neil, getting rested from installs. What's up, Diego? I'm glad you're getting rested, Neil. I got several pieces of swag. I'm going to give away one Yeti piece today, and then I'm going to give away a Yeti piece from now all the way through June 21st, I believe. And on June 21st, we're going to give away this cooler right there. So if you check that out, you can see that cooler. I've got the Big Dog cooler behind me. You may be able to see it if you look right there, the 65-inch one. We gave that one away, I think, last year. And it's really awesome. But from my own personal experience, that's awesome for like hitting the beach. That's awesome for a big cookout. That's awesome for those type of things. It's not great for having something to carry in your truck. It's terrible for that unless it's in the bed of your truck. So this guy I'm giving away because this guy, if you're a service technician, if you're a sales professional, if you are a CSR, this guy is perfectly sized. You could pack this full of your goodies, take it to work with you every day. That's going to keep you cool and refreshed. It's going to keep your food, cold or warm, whichever one you prefer. So this is the guy that I went for, and I'm going to be giving you guys one of these puppies on June 21st. But I want to tell you how you enter in to win, and then we're going to jump into today's topic, all right? So a couple things. I'm going to give away a cup today. If you stay on, if you're on by the end of this presentation, and guys, this won't be like forever drawn out, we're going to get to how we can help you survive the summer. I'm going to give away a cup today. All right, I got 4 different cup choices here. I'm going to let you pick because I'm going to ship it to Amazon. I'll have these same 4 choices. Pardon me right there. I'll have these same 4 choices every week up into the giveaway. So here's what you got to do if you want a cup. Today I'm going to draw a cup. Before we get off here, it's going to be a simple tally. If you want a cup, now this might be backwards. Sometimes it does that. But if you want a cup, a like will get you 1 entry. So you hit the like, that'll get you an entry. I don't think you can like it more than once, but a like will get you an entry. Like, boom, entry. Hey, Amanda, what's happening? CJ, my man! If you want to have 2 entries, well, I shouldn't say entries. I'm going to say points. A like is a point. A share is going to be 2 points. So if you hit share, that's going to give you 2 points. And those of you that engage, every time you engage with me, that's going to be worth 3 points. Now, don't just engage with, hi. That's not going to count. You know what's going to count is, and maybe you can do more likes because it looks like the likes are just going up. So getting involved is getting involved. It's having a conversation with me. It's telling me what you're going through. It's telling me what your struggles are. That's getting involved. I'm going to total these puppies up. And then someone is going to get one of these swag pieces. So, kind of the decision that I'd like you to make right now is if you're looking. Here, by the way, let me hold the swag up. This is going to be a new addition to my arsenal. I really dig this. This ginormous, it's like big coffee cup, soup cup, whatever you call it. I'm digging that. For those of you that like soda pop, are your beverage of choice, if you will. This one's pretty cool, so that keep your can cold. We got the Old Faithful, which I've got my original over here before they started skinning it out with all this sweet, cool-looking stuff, right? Lasts forever. We got the Old Faithful here. Maybe that's your choice. By the way, don't get hung up on color because, as I said, I'll send it to you via Amazon. You can tell me what color you like. And then there's this dude, the Rambler, the 18-ounce Rambler. So like their version of a sweet thermos. All right, you got it. So that's how you're going to win one of those cups today. We'll figure out. I'll do the total on my computer. If you want to win a cooler, you want to be entered for this Yeti. Really simple, guys. I need to have a way at this level of prize to randomly select that. And the easiest way to do it, listen up. The easiest way to do it is private message me, hit the PM button. You guys know how to use the message button, the word Yeti. That's it. You enter the word Yeti, and you're entered into the contest. That's all you got to do. Enter the word Yeti in a private message. You're going to get an automatic notification. You're going to be entered into the contest. We're going to be giving this away on June 21st. Enter the word Yeti. Now, you're going to get a message when you do that that says, would you like a double entry? And if you'd like a double entry, then all you got to do is go over to the Obliterate Objections page. You'll see that click there, that link. You select that link. I'm going to give you my free ebook, 45 pages on how to overcome objections. It's really fantastic. That'll get you a second name entry. So that'll be drawn on the 21st. This really sweet personal cooler. Private message, go to the Messenger app, type the word Yeti. That's all you got to do. You'll be entered. Today, we'll be giving away a cup. All right, let's jump into it. Let's talk about surviving summer. And again, today's is about a conversation. You're going to get points towards your goal here for engaging. So here's my question to the group as a whole, and I know I need to give you a little time to do this on your phone. What is your biggest challenge that summer gives you? That's my question. What is the biggest challenge that summer gives you? What's up, Sean? Yes, sir. Yeti time again. It's people like giving away the Yetis. What's the biggest challenge that summer gives you? This is your first opportunity to get involved in the real engagement, and I'm going to try to help you with those summertime challenges. Is your challenge, Amanda says Yeti and a personal vehicle would be nice. So Matthew says it's the heat. Matthew, I'm assuming that what you mean by the heat is that literally the physical drain and strain that it's putting on your body. Douglas says it's the bugs. Neil is saying it's the heat. So far we got the heat and we got a byproduct of the heat, which is we got all these bugs. Yeah, and I can see your answers coming here now. Sean, it's the kids going on summer vacation. Now, Sean, are you referring to your clients' kids? As in now they're all around, so it's difficult to get their attention? Answer that. Cody, it's staying focused and not getting physically as well as mentally exhausted. Yeah. The kids on, and Sean says, yes, sir, so the kids are at home. By the way, keep having your answers coming in, and I am going to try to address each one of those. Diego says, my challenge is having enough Yeti products for the summer. I like it, Diego. You're a smart guy. I like how you do that. All right, so let's do this, guys. Let's begin to kind of address this and go down the line. And today I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you from a couple different perspectives, all right? PS currently going through low call volume. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Thank you for the PS, man. Having other techs throw you under the bus after you show them up on a call. Well, Amanda, I imagine some of that is because you are of the female variety and they might be jealous. But we'll talk about that, okay? Angela, technicians becoming burnt out. All right, awesome. Angela, I'm glad that you threw that in there as a CSR or as a manager. Because, guys, what I want to do is I want to talk about it from both sides, okay? I want to talk about it from both sides. I want to talk to you from the very real standpoint that during the summer we have to work really, really hard, and we all know that. So I want to talk to you about working at a culture perhaps where there's not a lot of adjustment. There's not a lot of consideration for that. And by the way, I don't want you to hear me say that and you think, yeah, I work for a terrible company. No, chances are you don't work for a terrible company. The chances are better you work for a company that is growing, or they don't have it all figured out, or they don't really understand the impact that it's having on you. I seriously doubt that most companies just want to burn you to death. There are some of those, but I think those are fewer and far between, especially in the audience members that I deal with. But I'm going to address that from your side, where maybe the culture isn't sensitive to your needs. And then I'm going to talk to managers, because I do think that there has to be a level of sensitivity from a manager and an owner standpoint as well, okay? So let's break this down. And by the way, guys, what I want to know is that as I'm hitting on some of these things, I want to make sure that they're real, they're practical, and that they're things that will actually benefit you. And you can let me know that by just, hitting that like button, throwing the thumbs up at me, okay? By the way, if you want to enter to win the Yeti, send me a message, Yeti. Private message me, Yeti. That's how you'll get entered to win the big dog. A couple be given away today. All right, so let's tackle it. One of the first things that we got to do is we just got to make sure that we're physically taken care of, okay? Physically taken care of. And I would say that one of the three biggest risks to us in summer, let me put this right here. The three biggest risks of us from summer, in my opinion, that will lead to our exhaustion is typically going to be the following: lack of quality food in our body. Summer is busy, and we tend to eat, kind of trash food when it's busy. By the way, I'm not judging. I was a tech, and I lived on 99-cent burritos, so I 100% get it. But you guys get what I'm saying. We tend to pour in trash into our body, things that are very hard to digest, things that are heavy, things that are greasy, things that make us feel like crap, and then we get into the heat. So my first piece of advice for you is a little bit of a piece of advice that you can absolutely control. Start carrying and consuming higher quality foods for you. Let's move on to the next one. The next one's going to be hydration. Hydration, okay? And again, I'm not judging you. Like right now, I'm enjoying my coffee, and that's going to be a ritual for me. For you, you may have to have a monster in the morning. I get it. You got to have a little something to get you up and going. No judgment on that. But what I would say is hydration is one of the most critical things that leads to, exhaustion at the end of the day. Make sure that you're consuming ample amount of water. And if you got a choice between, a second Monster or a second cup of Joe or hitting some water, I'm going to recommend that you try hitting some water. So try to take in some water. Try to bring in a lot of water because, and I know there's a byproduct of that too, guys. I mean, I get all the ifs, ands, buts, and coconuts because I've been in your shoes. I've been, staying hydrated, and then I'm in the attic, and then I got to pee, and I wish I wasn't as hydrated as I was. I get those hang-ups. But I also have seen people, lose it in an attic, literally, and had to be dragged out because they weren't hydrated. So hydrate. Coming down to pee more than you should is probably not a terrible thing. Hydrate. Here's the other side of it. And again, everything I say here is saying no judgment. Need a beer at the end of the night? Man, I get that. I get it. Maybe a beer to relax, I understand that. But if you're going to have one beer at night, go with double that with water before you go to bed. And if it's not the weekend, you don't have the day off tomorrow, kind of, be careful there. Because there's probably nothing worse than caffeine and alcohol to put you in like a danger zone for dehydration when you get super hot. Douglas, I agree with you. Get that coffee, but then water, 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 water. Just water all day. So good food, good hydration. And then here's the thing. Find ways to get little moments of rest. Now, here's what I'm going to share with you. This takes practice. What I'm about to tell you, it takes practice. And it's not easy, but it'll return ample amount of dividend in return for you. And I learned this lesson when I was a teenager, when I first started working in construction, way before all those child labor laws would keep me out, which was when I had brought my food, it only takes like 5 minutes to eat. But even doing construction, all we had was 30 minutes. That was it. We had 30 minutes, nothing else. Building homes in Mississippi, in hot, muggy Mississippi. So we only got like 30 minutes. It'd take me 5 minutes to eat my healthy lunch that I brought. Nobody was going with only 30 minutes. And then literally, guys, I'm not kidding. At 13, 14 years old, I'd be so worn out that what I would do is I would lay on a stack of construction materials. And by the way, that was no big deal. I wasn't hurting or harming anything. But I would lay on wherever I could, and I would grab a 20-minute cat nap. 20-minute cat nap. Woke up. Man, I felt like I had energy, pound some water, ready to go. And that habit carried it still carries today, if I'm being frankly honest with you. There are moments in the middle of the day, and I'm not even doing what you guys are doing. Your work is substantially harder than mine, but I did it for a long time. When I was in a truck, what I learned was that if I were going to get, 30 minutes or an hour, and I know sometimes you're driving, but guys, what I'm going to tell you, in management, if you're listening to this is amazingly powerful when guys are working really long days. Providing them with 20 minutes, even if you don't fall asleep. If you take 20 minutes, turn off Rush Limbaugh, turn off Sean Hannity, turn off NPR, turn off rock and roll, turn it all off, find a place in the shade, get the air cold, and even if you just lean back as little bit as you can, you get your do not disturb, and you take 20 minutes of relative silence, guys, I'm going to tell you, that will have more refreshing capabilities for you than what you realize. I know it's not always easy to do, all right? I know it's not always easy to do, but try to find you 20 minutes a day and also try to get some sleep. All right, so managers, let's flip the script on you, managers. Here's one of my suggestions to all managers. If you got technicians and they're hot-footing it, and you've gotten to a point to where you got a couple guys on your team, all right? By the way, all the comments coming in, I love it. I'm going to jump down here in just a second in those comments. You guys are crushing it. If you got guys that are hot-footing it, I can remember here in Austin going on a call. It was like 11:20. It was an emergency call. It's like 11:20 at night. I was there till like 1:30. It was a $15,000 system sale. So, in one regard, it was really worth it. But I was also the owner of the company. This is when we first got started. So doing all things. Well, the next day I got up. We have a 7 o'clock a.m. training call, and I was there on time, but My gosh, man, I felt terrible. Good morning, Vance. I felt terrible. And it was hard to be productive the rest of the day. Managers, owners, listen up. I would make the strong case that if you've got folks that have worked their butt off late into the evening, they would better serve you if they got one less call that day and you let them sleep in and you guys as a company made a rule and that was understood. You'd be better served if he got to come in at like 9 or 10 and he got an extra hour, an extra 2 hours just to shake off that long, hard 16-hour day from the previous day. And Chuck, we do that as well. Chuck, man! Thank you, Chuck. That's awesome, Chuck. Thank you. Chuck, you're doing the right things, buddy. I also want to say that there's also calls for forced 3-day weekends. Forced 3-day weekends. This is a little technique that goes miles. You got to get to where you got a couple guys to help this out, okay? But once you get to a couple guys, periodically, whether it's once a month or whether it's every fifth week, what I'm going to share with you is as a rule, if you say, okay, look, it's like Memorial Day's coming up on Monday, right? I told all my guys to take it off. Take Memorial Day off, guys. Enjoy this very long weekend that we have. Please, you've worked hard. Enjoy it. If as a rule during the summertime, you got 4 to 5 really hot months, and you know as a technician that once a month, I'm going to get a forced 3-day weekend. What does that mean? That means that the managers and the owners and the leadership team have agreed that the way that we work, we need 3 days in a row sometimes, which means I'm going to get, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. When you know that's happening, there's no way you're getting called. The world could fall apart. There is no emergency, worthy of calling you and taking you off your weekend. When you know that's happening, man, you can chug through 3 to 4 really, really hard weeks selling the family. Hey, kiddos, don't worry. Daddy's got a 4-day weekend coming up. Daddy's got a 4-day weekend coming up. I'm telling you guys, if you're sitting in the manager side of things, that may sound like a hard one to chew, and maybe if you got 2 guys, it is. Maybe figure that out. Guys, I'll tell you that I would run some calls when we were small to give that time to people. But when you can do that, it just goes a long, long way. And here's what my argument would be, too, if you're sitting there going, I can't do it. And if you're going, well, people should toughen up or whatever the case may be. My question would be, is it hard to find good people? Yeah. It's easier to keep good people. It's a whole lot easier to keep them if they're healthy, if they're happy, if they're making it through summer. Hey, managers, a few more tips for you. I recommend that you have a Gatorade budget. You have a Gatorade budget. And I recommend that there is cold, icy cold Gatorade in the fridge that your people can partake in. I recommend that you invest in a very good industrial ice machine. A really good ice machine so that they don't have to go drop the $2.50, the $5 out of their pocket every day. Come on, to get ice. Ice, Gatorade, water, oh boy, that will go a long, 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 long way for your installers, for your techs, your plumbers, your electricians. Hey, CSRs, go get you a Gatorade. You got to hydrate too. Go get you a Gatorade, my friends. Go get one. All right, that goes miles, miles, miles. All right, by the way, I'm about to read some of these comments. I think we've got some good comments going here so far. Couple reminders. This beautiful cooler right here is going to be given away. That's the big dog, June 21st. All you got to do to enter to win that is send a PM, find your messenger bar, type the word Yeti. I got a system, it'll know that you're in. If you want to double up, then you'll get a message that says download the free objection handling ebook. You can download the free objection handling ebook, 45 pages of amazing content, and that'll get you a second entry. But for today and through the 21st, I'm going to be giving away a cup of your choice. One of these 4 cups here you can pick. I'm going to ship it to you to Amazon. I think Yeti's colors basically right now are dark blue, this kind of cool looking teal, and black. And all you got to do to that is just participate just like you're doing. And if you guys will hang on at the end, I'll do my very best to get the proper count. And then I'll announce a cup winner. All right. Alrighty. Let's see what you guys have said so far. I'm going to pull up my laptop here. All right, thank y'all for participating. Don't go anywhere. Wow, a lot of comments. 51 comments. You guys are rocking and rolling. Those comments and that engagement gets you triple points. So maybe the bribery, maybe the bribery is working, as they say. Angela Rogers, outbound calls make all the difference. Outbound calls make all the difference. I'm not, I didn't. That must have been, that was replying to Diego. Okay, so I didn't see Diego's original comment there. What, just started with Yelp and I have open on Home Advisor, so what are you guys doing? So this is great. You guys are getting some, like, business-to-business help in the meantime. Amanda, cucumber lime Gatorade, that is my favorite. It's my daughter's favorite, too. And I think that's maybe like I thought that was a Texas thing. Are you in Texas? I'm not sure. But boy, I love the cucumber lime Gatorade. Vance, pardon me. I'm sorry, Vance. I'm all for bribes. Hey, man, why not? There's nothing wrong with a little ethical bribe. Come get some swag, get involved. Ooh, it's good stuff, isn't it? It's real good stuff. All right, I'm going to go up here. For some reason, while this thing is live, I cannot scroll through all the comments, so hang on a second. Keep a fridge stocked with cold water, Gatorade, healthy snacks. Great job, Monty. East Houston. Yeah, that makes sense, Amanda. That makes sense. Let's see, green apple Gatorade. That's pretty good, but I'm telling you, cucumber lime, that, what is it? The Verde Pepino or something like that in Espanol? Man, it is good. All right, Chris Haas. This week, the phones finally opened up. I know, right? People have had the summertime blues. It hasn't been smoking hot like it's been. But, guys, let me tell you something. It's not hot until it is. It's about to get lit, all right? It's about to get lit. I promise you, you guys are going to get lit up with heat, and it's going to be something. Diego, reach out to me. I got a couple different marketing firms that I could refer you to, both in the digital realms and in the physical realms. They do a real nice job. It's real nice. They got it from Target. A little Ricky Bobby quote for you. So reach out to me, and I can probably give you some help. Just message me on that. How do I score one of those shirts, Todd? I'm going to get you one, Cody. Simple as that, buddy. I'm actually going to order some new ones. These are nice. They're Hanes, but they're thick. And to me, they're a little hot. So let me get you one of the new ones, one that's got a little bit lighter material here. Boy, howdy. You got a lot of good comments here. Chuck, as a GM, one of the biggest challenges I have is hearing how many more calls do I have. I really want them focusing on the call they are on. Amen! By the way, technicians, listen to what he said. You know, as a technician, as a plumber, I don't know why we get... Why do you get hung up on how many calls you have? You know, Steve Egner, my buddy in Seattle, plumbing company, they typically average about 1.2 calls a day. That's their average. Now, what that means is that some days they're going on 2, and a lot of days they're on 1. Tremendous company that knows how to serve. But what they also really understand is that through an amazing diagnostic process, chances are real good. If you haven't seen a plumber in your home for 10 years, 6 years, whatever that cycle is, chances are really good that you've got enough work there for the whole day. Now they're not making things up. I want to stress that. Every ticket is cross-referenced. The diagnostic sheets are looked at. I know. I created the diagnostic sheets for that company. They're solid. I created them with their plumbers. That's how I know they're double solid. But we look at all those things and we go, okay, we're making sure. We're spot checking. And he has guys of extremely high integrity, but don't be focused on the next call, because when you get focused on the next call, what you do is you mentally rule this one out. You get a little hardship. There's another one coming. Come on, man. You can't do that. Because the call is never about the amount of money that you're going to make on it. That is totally not the point. The call is also not about the frustration that the client's going to put you through. Some clients suck. Some clients are awesome. Yes, some clients suck. It is a fact, you know. The call isn't about whether or not the client is being a good person today and if we like them. The call is about a professional that showed up to do the best job that he or she can to find problems that are actually there and exist, and to present solutions to those problems in a way that the technician will hear, or pardon me, that the homeowner will hear, will accept, and will do the work so that they don't have that problem anymore. That's what the call is about. And if we can make great relationships along the way, that's great. If we can make great money along the way, that's great, because we're here to make money too. But ultimately, what the call is really about, if you get rid of all the other stuff, get rid of all the other hang-ups, it's about a professional that can do their job really, really well and take care of the client's problems, even if the client is part of the problem. Can I get an amen or a thumbs up or a like or something on that? Because I know I'm preaching good this morning, and you know I am too. All right. I think we covered a lot of good things, guys. I think we covered a lot of good things to help you make it through the summer here. You know, what I would recommend is, if you haven't read the article online, Killing the Service Tech, read it. That article is really about the struggles of being a tech in a hard industry. And there's very good advice as a manager as to what you can do on there. It's relevant today as the day that I wrote it. All right. And if you haven't sent a message yet, you know, find the messenger app on your phone, wherever that's at. Then find the messenger app on your phone, okay, and send me the message Yeti. Maybe you do this when you're done. We're going to do this to the 21st. I want to make sure that you get entered into the contest. I'm just going to look. How many folks have messaged me so far? You may have to do it once we hang up, and if that's the case, that's okay. But message me, private message me, you know, find the messenger app, send the word Yeti over. I think I'll be able to maybe even put the messenger embedded here in the bottom. You guys are smart. You know how to do that. Download the free ebook if you want a second chance. Okay. So with that being said, what I want to do is I want to give away the cup. And guys, I'm just going to be 100% transparent with you. I'm going to need to take a few minutes to count all the comments, all the likes. You guys have been so generous. I mean, abundantly generous. God bless you. Give me just a few minutes to eyeball the likes. Now, what I want you to do is you look at these. All right, look at these cups. I got a couple cups here. All right, I'm going to go and I'm going to count. I'm going to count all this up. And then what time is it? It's 9:32. I think 8 minutes is plenty of time for me to count it all up, okay? And in 8 minutes, I'm going to come back on, and it's going to be a short announcement. I'm going to tell you who won it, and I'll make sure that I send you a message too, all right? Short announcement. I'm going to tell you who won it. I'll send you the message, and then you tell me which cup you want, all right? So that's it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all your generosity. Really love doing this with y'all. It's a blast. I love our community. I love what we got going on here on this page. I love the world of the trades in general. You guys just, you know, you're the reason why I do this. You and the people that I work with every single day, my team members, are the reasons why I do this. All right, guys, so here we go. At 9:40, I'm going to reopen, and at 9:40, I'll tell you who won the swag Yeti for today. All right, so give me 9:40, be back on here if you want to. And if you want to win the big dog, you got to enter to win. At a prize of this size, we got to do like a random drawing. So message me, private message Yeti, and you'll be entered to win. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes. That's it. Go turn learning into earning. Go turn learning into earning.